Good morning. Today I want to share Proverbs 19, verse 1, which says, "Better is a poor man who walks in his integrity than he who is perverse in speech and is a fool." This verse actually wasn't even in one of my normal devotionals that I read today, but one of the verses of the day from the Bible app was one of the other verses in chapter 19. And when I first read that other verse, I noticed Proverbs 19. Hey, that would be the Proverbs of the day. Our pastor loves to encourage us to read a proverb every day. And he calls it the Proverbs of the day. Because there's 31 chapters in Proverbs, so you can read one chapter every day of the month. And if there's only 30 days, then you read 30 chapters, or you could read 30 and 31 on the 30th. But you just read the chapter that corresponds with today's date. So today is the 19th, and so Proverbs 19 was the Proverbs of the day. So I decided, because God was just going, read the Proverb of the day, read the entire Proverbs. So I'm like, okay. Well, I only needed to get to the first verse to know this is what he wanted me to share. And so I did read the entire one, but I came back and I journaled on honesty and integrity and how it can be difficult, especially in this day and age, to hold on to your integrity and to be honest all the time. Because sometimes we have negative consequences that follow if you're honest or you hold on to that integrity that you have. There are people who think, sometimes a little white lie is okay, or it's necessary. And I thought of this game, I want to call it, where I see it because at work, my one coworker loves to take my daughter's cup because she loves it, but she'll take it and hide it somewhere in the building, and then my daughter has to find it once she finally realizes it's missing. But I'm sure you've played this too when you were younger, where, your mom or dad would take something and hide it and you'd have to find it. But what I realized was a lot of times the person who discovers that it's missing will say, "Did you take my cup?" or whatever it is. And the person will respond, "No." That's a lie. And as much as I can say, well, you're not going to go to hell for, playing this game, it showed me this week that I can hold on to my integrity and be honest and still allow my daughter to have fun and her coworker to, not ruin the game. But my daughter knows if she comes to me that I'm not going to lie to her. And so if she would ask me, "Did you take it?" I can truthfully say no. But if she asks me, "Do you know who took it?" I usually won't respond at all. Or maybe I will smirk, give a little smile or have some facial expression that she knows, yep, that's who took it. If she says, "Do you know where it is?" If I know where it is, I'm like, yeah, but you have to find it. So I'm not ruining the game, but I'm also not lying. And then I was thinking, I actually did my journaling, posted on Facebook, and then went for my run. And as I was out running, God was really talking to me about integrity and how sometimes it can cost you dearly. It can cost, there's people who've lost their job because the boss wanted them to do something that wasn't right. It was illegal, or it just wasn't a fair practice. And the employees had to make that decision. Am I going to keep my job and obey what the boss is asking me to do, or will I hold on to my integrity and say, you know what, this isn't right. I'm not going to do it, and risk losing their job. Sometimes bosses appreciate that fact that you stood up for yourself, refused to do something that you didn't believe in or that you knew was not right, and then they decide not to do it. Or maybe they know, hey, this is an employee I can trust to do the right thing. I would rather people know that I am honest. I will tell you the truth. I'm not going to lie to you. I follow through on what I say I'm going to do, which I also feel is part of integrity, doing what you say, not finding excuses to get out of it, but even when it's inconvenient, doing what you said you do. That I'm not going to go against what I believe, and that I'm not going to do something that I know is wrong. Hold on to your integrity, because God is pleased with you when you do that. I would not want to even think of God thinking I am a fool because I chose to be dishonest, or I chose to not hold on to my integrity because I was worried about the consequences that might occur. So that is your encouragement for today. Hold on to your integrity. Be honest at all costs. Even when it seems silly, because I just felt God today telling me, if you're honest in the little things, like that game, then you can be honest in the big things, like having to tell your boss, this isn't right, and I won't do it. God bless and have a great day.